ROH, Ring of Honor, NXT, National Extreme Wrestling. I don't know what NXT stands for. If it stands for anything, I don't know. I think it's kind of like next because it's like the next. So anyway, welcome to the Insta Classic Wrestling Podcast, the only podcast that tries to explain what NXT means and is an instant classic. Always, all the time. That is something that Austin should have asked on the podcast. I'm just saying because I want to know. I want to. Anyway, let's get into Ring of Honor first because that's the one that I'm doing first. Because if you have a problem with that, you just fast forward to Ring of Honor or to NXT, and then you watch Ring of Honor after. Because I mean, you could do it either way. Anyway, let's start out this fine broadcast of Ring of Honor with Adam Page versus Jay Briscoe. I was excited for this match all week. We got no adherence to the code by Adam Page. Jay Briscoe tries to get that handshake, but Adam just slaps him. Jay, he calms down a little bit because he's a little angry from that slap, so he calms down. And he tries to go for the shake again, and Adam, he has no chill. He just slaps him again. I was like, boy, you gonna die tonight. You gonna die today. I mean, I would not ever slap Jay Briscoe, but even in a storyline, I would not do it. He is a scary man. I mean, I would hang out with him, and I would totally have a beer with him, but I would not want to ever be on his bad side. I was pretty sure we were going to witness a homicide tonight. Ha! Homicide. LAX. What? Anyway, it started off as a good match. I was surprised. I wasn't expecting too much with Adam Page versus Jay Briscoe just because they're really, I haven't seen too much of Adam Page in general. But I mean, any match that you put either of the Briscoes in is going to be an awesome match. The thing I was confused about is, Colby Corino hits Jay on the outside right in front of the ref with BJ Whitmer's crutch, and the ref didn't call the DQ until Adam Page hit Jay with the chair. I was like, what? What? But anyway, so we get the DQ. After the match, Adam gives Jay the rite of passage on a pile of chairs. Any thoughts on this match or that weird outcome that makes no sense? Because why?
Yeah, I was confused about that too. I was like, what? That doesn't make any sense. I was like, the bell, ring it. Come on, ring the bell. like like I was about to walk back into Long John Silver's and ring the bell for them. Okay, that's how bad it was. I was like, come on, guys, come on. But yeah, this match started out pretty good. I wasn't surprised. I like Adam Page as a wrestler. And Jay Briscoe is consistently good all the time. Um, I'm excited though. I want to see what's gonna go down with this feud because I think what is it, All Star Extravaganza is coming up soon. So I just want to see how they play when they actually get a legit match. Um, I still don't know what they're doing with Kobe Carino, but they'll get to it eventually, I guess.
Yeah, so I don't know. But anyway, next we get a Dalton Castle promo. Any thoughts on this?
It was Dalton Castle, man. I don't even know. I don't even know how to explain it. Um, so is it really a stipulation that if Silas Young loses, he becomes one of the boys? How many boys do you need, Dalton? How many boys do you need? I mean, and then at this point you're gonna have three boys. So who's the main boy and who's the side boy? I'm just wondering. Dalton, you need to explain this to me because I don't get it. You got three, man. I don't know. I want to see what I'm kind of curious to see what would happen if Silas Young loses. But then again, like I kind of want to see what would happen if Dalton Castle. I mean, if Silas Young wins, it kind of you get the best of both worlds. Either way it goes, it's going to be interesting to see how it goes. Um, I'm interested though. Dalton Castle just intrigues me. Oh, the intriguingness. He just intrigues me so much.
Does he intrigue you?
Yes, he intrigues me. Um,
Do you want to be one of his boys?
no, I,
Because I'm pretty sure I could arrange that. I could.
no. I think I'd rather be a Rosebud than be a boy. Because if I'm a Rosebud, I may make it into the Wyatt family. I might.
That is true. That is a fact. Fact. I had to make a Tyson Kidd
Or
reference.
if I was a Rosebud, I may end up being a creative writer.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you got that one. That was a Jimmy Jacobs reference.
Yeah. True. But anyway. So next, we get Cedric Alexander versus Caprice Coleman. Before the match, Cedric says he's the only man in Ring of Honor to beat Moose twice. So beating Caprice does nothing for him. So he and Veda Scott will make their exit. Caprice says, "I'm sorry, maybe I should be talking to the woman with the most hair on her chest. Hey, Veda, you're doing a great job with him. Keep winning matches for him. You're doing a good job." I thought that was pretty funny. This is a great match. These two make a really, do really good feuds together, and they have really good matches together. Cedric tried to win again with the wrench, but Moose comes out and keeps him from using the wrench. It causes a distraction. So he does end up losing, but after the match was kind of confusing because Moose knocks out Cedric Alexander, and then Prince Nana comes out and there's a envelope, and there was just so much going on. I was like, what? I'm so confused. And Moose just needs to not ever wear that hat and plaid shorts. No. No. I mean, no. He's a good-looking man, but it did not flatter him. I'm sorry. No. Anyway, he needs like a nice, suit. Maybe not a full suit, but like, a nice shirt, because I could see him, dressing up nice. Any thoughts on this match or the after match goings on?
Yeah, definitely some thoughts. Number one, I'm very upset because not by this show, but there was an indie show that I could have went to that had Caprice Coleman versus Cedric Alexander in the main event, and it was an indie show near where I'm from, and I didn't get to go. I was at Ring of Honor, but it was another indie show, and I was so upset that I didn't get to go because I knew it was going to be good. But nonetheless, this match was really good. I liked it. I like how they kind of play off of each other. I like Caprice's like smooth quickness. I just like it. I like what they do. In the ring together. I think it's really really good stuff. I wish they would continue this feud as a one-on-one feud with them together. But obviously, I think they're going Caprice and Moose at this point. But yeah, I didn't understand what was going on at the end there either. That was a pretty thick envelope he gave him. That might have been at least enough to pay for like a little bit of my tuition. So come on this way, Cedric. Caprice, I got you, bro. Come on this way, and I'll take you to lunch or something. We'll hang out a little bit. We just give me some of that money in the envelope. But yeah, this was a good match nonetheless. Yeah, Moose. I don't know what he was wearing. I don't. I had no idea. Number one, he wasn't wearing a shirt, and that was weird. I was just like, you wear a shirt to the ring all the time, like all the time. Or not all the time, but sometimes I'm pretty sure Moose has his own shirts. Come on, Moose. Come on. If not, why don't you just go and get you an Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast shirt, and you'll be fine. You'll be warm. If you need to be warm, you'll be cool. If you need to be cool, it's all good. I'm just saying. But yeah, I thought this was a good match. I'm excited for what's gonna happen with this. I want to see what was in the envelope though, because that was a really thick envelope. Like it was like busting open. It was so thick, man. I'm like man, what you got in there? They smuggling stuff, I think.
Yeah. Speaking of the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast T-shirt, it hasn't been created yet, but we're working on it. We are gonna get you awesome Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast shirts that you can wear. You can wear it out. Kind of show off your ICWP pride. You could wear it to bed. You could wear it in the shower if you want to. If you have body issues, where you don't like to take your shirt off in the shower, you could wear it in the shower. It's cool.
I'm gonna tell you, there's one place you should wear the shirt.
Where's that?
You gotta wear it on your first date because this shirt is guaranteed to pull. I'm telling you. I'm just letting you know. Guaranteed.
I mean, first dates, anniversaries, birthdays. I mean, maybe
the club.
The club. Yeah, anywhere. Really, really everywhere. And you don't even know what it looks like yet, because we don't even know what it looks like yet, because it's still in development, But whatever. Let's move on. Anyway, I don't even know where I'm at now. We got Brutal Bob Evans versus Cheeseburger. I do love Cheeseburger, but something about this match I just wasn't really impressed with. I don't know why. I've seen matches that they've been in the past that I was impressed with, but this one just something about it was kind of like The end was pretty exciting, that kind of the underdog finally wins, but in general, I just didn't think this match was really that great. I'm kind of curious what they are going to do with Cheeseburger now, hopefully we see him more. But any thoughts on this match?
Yeah, I completely disagree with you on this match. I absolutely loved this match. To be honest, I think this was the best Cheeseburger match I've seen in my life. I'm not even joking.
Matches have you seen in your life?
This one. no, I've seen a couple of them since I've been watching Ring of Honor and they show them on there. I've seen, some of them. I just for some reason really liked this match. I thought, Cheeseburger looked really good in this match for some reason. Bob Evans. I like that his name is Bob Evans because the mashed potatoes and macaroni and cheese and whatnot. The restaurant. I just thought that was funny, and I never thought of that when they were in a tag team or anything. Bob Evans Cheeseburger. You know what I mean? The restaurant and it's a food. I never thought of that. I wasn't thinking about it till like today when I watched it, or yesterday when I watched it. But definitely, I like this. I like this match. I like that Cheeseburger got that win, got that W. Not knocking him through the table, and then couldn't quite get up for the 20 count. So I liked it. Definitely a good match. I liked it personally.
I did like when Bob gets up and then he falls back down again. That was pretty funny. I found that comedic. But anyway, let's move on. Let's move on to the television main event. I like how they say the television main event. Makes it feel bigger. And it happened to be for the television title. Ah, how ironic. I don't know. Hanson versus Jay Lethal, and I'm such a nice guy that I'm gonna give my buddy DJ this match because I didn't give him a match in this show, so I'm gonna give him this match.
All right. So we got Hanson versus the greatest first generation wrestler. Oh, wait. Truth. Did I get it
Me,
right? Yeah,
me,
Truth Martini was telling me, let me know what was going on.
it's me,
Um,
right?
no, no, I don't think so. Um, Truth Martini was letting me know, that's how I have to introduce him. So, I mean, that's fine. That's fine. We got Jay Lethal versus Hanson, though, for the television title. I was excited for this match. I like Hanson, like Jay Lethal. Hanson's a big guy that got some moves. So, and I ain't talking about like the Brodus Clay moves. I'm talking about like, wrestling moves, So, Hanson bringing the strikes to Lethal. The fight goes to the apron. Lethal clothesline back into the ring. Martini grabs the leg, which sets up a trifecta of suicide dives by Jay Lethal. Jay Lethal using the beard and kind of get that, that distraction, that pain going. Hanson comes back with the sidewalk slam. Cartwheeled into the decapitation lariat by Hanson for two. Beautiful. Mike Knox, that's who it was. I figured it out by watching Hanson. I think they're similar people. They got that beard, that beard line. They got it. But Hanson goes for the corner hip bump, I guess. I don't know what to call that move, but he goes for it anyway. But Lethal sticks the foot up right into the ding ding. Right in the ding ding, man. That's messed up. Right in the ding ding. Come on, Lethal. That's messed up. Right in the ding ding. And hail to the king for a 1 count. Hanson is not happy. Um, Hanson goes for it. Lethal injection. Hanson tries to go for the handspring elbow, and he does hit it. He does hit it. Um, Goes for a moonsault attempt, but Lethal gets the knees up. He tries to go lethal injection, but it's reversed. Does Jay Lethal. Super kick into 2 lethal injections for the win by Jay Lethal. After the match, we get a nice pace off by Red Dragon and Jay Lethal, and then Roddy charges the ring, much to the chagrin of Jay Lethal as he, dips out. And dips out while still talking. Like, he leaves, he's still like just jawing at him. Any thoughts on the television main event for the television title, which featured Hanson and the greatest first generation wrestler, Jay Lethal?
Yeah, I mean, I personally think it's me, but whatever. Um, this was a good match. I was excited for it. I love Hanson. He's one of those big guys who's really fun in the ring. I've said in the past, he's one of those guys that I wouldn't be surprised, seeing him do a suicide dive or like a 450 splash off the top rope. I could see it because he could probably do it. But part of me kind of figured that Jay Lethal wasn't going to lose the title, just because Hanson has such a such a good run right now with War Machine. So and I don't see Bobby Fish really winning it either, just because I he is still technically in Red Dragon, even though Kyle O'Reilly is I don't know. That whole thing is kind of confusing too. But maybe I could see Roddy, winning the title. I feel like that's what they're building up, is Roddy winning the title, and I hope so, because I really want to see him have the title. And I feel like they'll have a really good match for the title. But this was a good match. I just want to see, like I said, I want to see more of Hanson with War Machine. I like him a little bit more in the tag team, where he can work with somebody. But it was a good match. And I did like the kind of the face off at the end with Red Dragon, with with Jay Lethal kind of saying, O'Reilly is the star of the tag team, which I mean, he's not wrong. He's not wrong, he's not. So But yeah, that was Ring of Honor. That was seemed like a short show this week. I don't know why, but it did seem a little bit short this week. Maybe just because I didn't have to write as much because it flowed. It flowed nicely. You know, let's jump right into National Exterior Trapezoid Wrestling. I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure out what NXT stands for. It probably just is like a short and it next. I don't know. But anyway, we open up with a pretty cool Dusty Rhodes promo in honor of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic tonight. That begins tonight. Did you have any thoughts on that promo video package?
I definitely I liked it. It kind of just featured us in on what was going on at night. It was pretty cool little video package.
It was. So let's get right into this show. Let's just not get right into the show. Let's get into this tag team classic because we got the returning Ascension versus Rhino and Baron Corbin. So right out of the gate, we got a good match. I was kind of pissed that the Ascension still has the stupid face paint. No, stop it. Just stop it. But the fans were pumped. They were excited. We got a lot of welcome back chants. Definitely an exciting opening match in round one of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. Although it was weird to have these teams against each other in round one. I know I think we mentioned this before, but I thought both of them would make it at least to round two, because they are big teams, but it was definitely great to see the Ascension back in NXT, being taken a little bit more seriously than they are on the main roster. They're not really used much on the main roster, so it was cool to see them back in NXT. Even though, like I said, I hate the face paint, they need to get rid of that. I was surprised in the beginning that Rhino and Baron Corbin, and throughout the match in general, they weren't necessarily working together, but they weren't fighting or breaking down, which I kind of expected. So that was cool, Corbin causes a distraction, so the Ascension couldn't get the Fall of Man, and Rhino gets the gore for the win. So Baron Corbin and Rhino advance to round two, and the Ascension go back to the main roster where they're not used. Good job, WWE. Any thoughts on this opening match?
Yeah, I like this opening match. It was good, considering Rhino and Corbin aren't like a solidified team or anything, and I felt like the Ascension looked really good in this match. The rolling shoulder block that Victor did early on was really nice. I had a couple other things, but my computer wasn't having it. It wasn't having NXT today. It restarted itself, so I didn't get to save that portion of the freaking notes, of course. But I definitely like this. I just want to see more of this Ascension on the main roster. But I don't like the face paint, but still, I felt like it was a different Ascension on NXT tonight than it was on the main roster. Even the little war cry thing that they do, I think they just don't have anything for the fans to gravitate towards on the main roster. Like, I understand that was kind of what the face paint was supposed to do, I guess, was kind of have something that the fans kind of grab hold to. But I think the war cry is kind of something they can get a hold on, but there's nothing on the main roster for them to gravitate towards because they don't use the Ascension ever. Because the Ascension are a good tag team, especially for a kind of a bigger guy tag team. They're a good tag team, but I feel like they're just not used well. The best I've seen them was when they worked with that Fatal 4-Way tag team title match. But I mean, they won't let them show what they can do. I feel like, and that's an issue.
Yeah. I think that's the issue with a lot of NXT stars that go up, They don't let them do what they can do, which is unfortunate. But so anyway, next we get Devin Taylor interviewing Neville and Solomon Crow. I was actually really excited for these two teaming together. I felt like they'd make a really fun team. But she asked Neville how excited he is to be competing in the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. Neville says that Dusty was a huge part of his life and is one of the main reasons why he is where he is today. And for that, he'll always owe Dusty a lot of gratitude. He says it will be an honor to compete in the tournament, and it would be an even bigger honor to go through and win. She asks Crow what it's like to tag with Neville. He says it's already an honor to be competing in the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. I almost went through this whole show and counted how many times they said Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic because it was a lot. But he says the chance to team with the man that gravity forgot and possibly the greatest NXT champion of all time has got me feeling pretty good. He says he's feeling pretty good about their shot in the tournament. And in fact, he's calling his shot like Babe Ruth. I love Solomon Crow, in the ring, on the mic, he could serve peanuts in the crowd at a baseball game, and I would love him because, he'd be mentioning Babe Ruth. He would be, he'd be giving you your peanuts, and he would be, selling, get it? Selling, because he sells well and he sells. Anyway, any thoughts on this interview before I go rambling about baseball and peanuts and I don't know?
Yeah, I definitely like this this interview. I was interested to see how they were going to work together because they seem like you said, they would be a fun team. My only, I felt like Neville was kind of weirded out, which I think it was by design, was kind of weirded out by Solomon Crow, even like complimenting him. He just like looked like, who, me? Who, me? I was an NXT champ. Like I don't know if you're supposed to like forget you were in NXT when you get to the main roster or what, but like, he was like, what? But I was more intrigued for the match. But I liked the promo to get me ready for it.
Wait, I was in NXT before. I was the champion? Really? Was I good? Anyway. So next we get yet another Nia Jax coming soon promo. Can she come already and just, not sound like she's a certain diva that I don't like? Because she sounds like she's a certain diva that I don't like. That, fortunately, I didn't see this week, so that was cool. But I'm not, Anyway, let's move on to another diva. One that I actually really like. We got the beautiful, stunning, magnificent, gorgeous,
Tyler Breeze,
sexy, amazing Alexa Bliss versus some chick with blue pants. I don't know. I think her name is Blue Pants. I don't know. But I'm gonna give DJ this match because I was watching Alexa, and I don't know what Blue Pants did, but Alexa, girl,
all right. We got Alexa Bliss versus Blue Pants. I was watching this. Well, actually, it's her entrance, and Ryan comes in and he's like, "Who is that?"
I know, right?
And I'm like, I agree. I was like, Well, she's with Blake and Murphy, who I really don't like, but I like her a lot. so, so that was my explanation of Alexa Bliss to Ryan. Bliss was being very aggressive as she took on Blue Pants here. Blue Pants does fight back for a second, but not too long. Bliss utilizing the arm lock for like twice this match. She looks a little bit like Eva Marie in her match later, where she used the same submission twice. Blue Pants.
But she did it well.
Blue Pants with the comeback moment. But this hits the. Blue Pants hits the kicks, and then the Northern Lights for 2. We get the Bliss flip into the Sparkle Splash for the win by Alexa Bliss. I was upset that this match wasn't longer. I want to see more of Alexa Bliss. No, seriously though, it was an okay match. It felt more like a squash match than it should have. Felt more like a squash match than it should have been. But I liked it nonetheless. Anytime Alexa Bliss is on my screen, I'm right here. I'm right there, focused. Luke Harper, focused. I got that abyss tunnel vision when she's on my screen. So, any thoughts on the match besides Alexa hot? We got it.
Oh, so many thoughts about Alexa being. Sorry. Anyway, first off, I was just really excited that we finally got to see more of Alexa in the ring, just because it seems like it's been forever since we've actually seen her compete. She's just been with Blake and Murphy for so long that we haven't really seen her one-on-one in a while. I definitely like the intensity from Alexa. But at some points, it did seem a tiny bit sloppy. I feel like when they try to be a little bit too intense, it gets a little bit sloppy. It wasn't too bad, but there was a couple moves where it could have been a little bit tighter, but a little bit more smooth. But whatever. I did like the submission, like I said, that Alexa had on Blue Pants, especially the little, when she actually hooked her arm as well with her leg. Just those little, things that you wouldn't normally think of, the little kind of nuances in a move. Like, I like that she did that, and my girl Alexa Bliss wins because why not? The only thing I don't like about her is not even her. I love Alexa, but she really needs a new finisher because the Sparkle Splash it looks stupid. It's just, no. She needs something a little bit better, no. I'm sorry. Just, I don't know. I'm sure people like it, but I just give her something better. Come on. She's gorgeous. She deserves it. I want to
honestly,
kiss her
I
face.
think the Bliss.
What?
I think the Bliss flip would even be a good finisher for her.
Yeah.
Even if she did that from the top, I don't know how she'd do it from the top, but I think that would be a cool finisher.
She's Alexa Bliss. She can do anything from the top. I don't know what that meant, but let's move on. Let's just move on. So the next segment, my jaw was on the floor the entire time. Anyway, Regal's in his office with, drumroll please, I heard rumors. I didn't think they were true, but they turned out to be true. Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. That's right, you heard me right. Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. Anyway, Regal says he knows why they're here. They're here to compete in the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, and it's a pleasure to have them here. Tyler Breeze interrupts and says after what happened to take over Brooklyn, he doesn't just want to win the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, he needs to win it. He says that last time he asked for a great opponent and Regal came through. Now he wants Regal to find him a partner that's important and can help him win. Regal says, "Let me think about this, Flower." I love how he calls him Flower. You just interrupted me when I was talking to these two fine young men here. These two fierce competitors, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. I don't know how he said Ciampa, but he didn't. It was weird. He said it weird. He added like an extra I and an A in there, and I was like, "What?" Like, I know you have an accent, but you don't add letters in the name. What's going on? Anyway, who are the hottest free agents in the industry? I like that he mentioned they are the hottest free agents in the industry, and I have brought them here to compete in the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. So next week, Breeze and his partner will face Gargano and Ciampa, and Regal chooses, drum roll please, Bull Dempsey. I was actually surprised though that WWE didn't change their names. I'm surprised that they used Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. I mean, even Kevin Owens they changed from Kevin Steen, and obviously they didn't use El Generico. They changed him to Sami Zayn. But I was just surprised that they kept their names. They didn't even change them a little bit. Any thoughts on this segment?
Yeah, I was excited for this segment. I didn't hear a rumor. I heard Human Spoiler Machine, HSM. Justin told me this one. Just I thought it was gonna happen at Takeover, so I was just waiting for when it was gonna happen. Still exciting though. Cool to see Tommaso Ciampa and Gargano. You know, in NXT. I think it's really cool. I think he said Tommaso Ciampa, and I was like, what is that? What is that, William Regal? What is that? Who is that? I don't know him. I'm interested. Obviously, I want to see how Breeze and Dempsey work together, but I'm interested to see how if Ciampa's the same Sicilian psychopath that he was in Ring of Honor, or is it going to be a character change? I'm interested. I love Tommaso Ciampa, man. Ciampa. I love him. So I'm interested. It's gonna be a hard one for me, because Tyler Breeze is my boy, but I love Tommaso Ciampa. I do. I really do. But yeah, I'm excited though. I'm more excited for next week than I was this week, because me seeing them there, for some reason, I don't know if I like had a dream or I saw the picture already, but like I seen this image before with them two standing there and William Regal in his office. But like I was more excited for next week seeing them in the ring. I was hoping it was this week actually.
Ciampa and Gargano versus Joe and Balor in the finals. It's gonna happen. It's I really hope it's happening. That bull whatever weenie that couldn't he couldn't even have a match with a vending machine because he was afraid of the vending machine. That's what happened. That's why that match never happened. He was afraid of it.
Come
Anyway,
on, man. We all know who's gonna win this match, and they are ready,
willing
willing,
and Gable.
and Gable. Where's my towel? I don't have one.
So next, they recap Emma's win at Takeover Brooklyn. And Emma was, I guess, interviewed after her match. But she says everyone seems to have forgotten that this Divas Revolution started at NXT Arrival with Paige and herself. She says she reminded everyone that there is no Divas Revolution without Emma. I like this. It was short, and Emma's hot, and it was short, and not as hot as Alexa, and not as talented as Alexa, but if you put them in a tag team together, I just it I don't even thoughts.
I definitely like this. I'm glad they're kind of putting Emma on the map. I like this new Emma. I love the new theme song. Um, I love it for some reason, but I don't know. I'm interested. I want to see where they're gonna go with this. Are they gonna Bailey versus Emma? Yes. I hope so. I'm excited though. I haven't seen Bailey in a couple weeks, as far as in the ring, so I'm excited to see what they're gonna do with her too.
Yeah. So next we got Apollo Crews versus Martin Stone. Another match that I'm gonna give DJ because he was excited for Apollo Crews because he is God's gift to professional wrestling apparently. DJ heard, I don't know, but go ahead and take this match and see if you think he's God's gift to wrestling.
That's what they told me. Somebody commented and was like, "That's what he is, just what he is." But Apollo Crews versus Martin Stone, who I thought was Stowe, but it turns out it was Stone. I figured it out. Crews was in control early, but Stone, he does get some offense in. Locks in the submission on him. Standing in Segura gives the control back to Crews, though. Gorilla Press, standing moonsault for the win by Crews. I don't know if he's God's gift to wrestling. He's pretty good, though. I don't know how much I can see from this match. I don't know how much I could see from this match to really know about that. So, but any thoughts?
Yeah. Well, Apollo's drop kicks are on point, and that ugly dude's back. I don't know why he's here, but anyway, Stone did get the upper hand a little bit, but with a submission. But Crews was able to turn things around. The only criticism I had was when Apollo dropped him after the gorilla press. It seemed like he dropped him too close behind him. Like he didn't push him back too much, so he landed like right behind him. So he actually had to roll over. I just saw that. I don't know if anyone else kind of thought that was weird, but Apollo wins. So obviously, they're still giving him that big push. It would be interesting to see if they push him to the NXT title, because a lot of people don't like to bring this up, but being the fact that he is of African American descent, or I don't know, he could be Jamaican, I don't know, but we've never really had a black WWE champion or even NXT champion yet. So
Biggie.
What?
Biggie.
He was never the.
He was.
No,
he most certainly was.
No, he wasn't.
He most certainly was. I am checking the facts. You keep going. I know he was. Darn it. This is before I started watching, but I know he was.
No, he was in a faction with Dolph Ziggler when Dolph Ziggler was a champion. He has not won the title. He hasn't. Never. We're gonna wait on this, and I am just gonna. I'm.
Proof is in the pudding, Casey. Here we go. What does that say? WWE NXT. It's Biggie Langston right here. Up there, you can see it. WWE NXT champion one time.
Oh, I wasn't thinking about him in NXT. I was thinking about him on
the. Let me see who he, because after he lost to Bo Dallas.
Oh, that's why, because that was way before I had started. I forgot about that, but still, it's I don't know. WWE in there, I don't know, but I don't know. I feel like they are hopefully going to give him a good push because he's really athletic. We haven't even seen, I feel like he's one of those guys we haven't seen, half of what he can do. So it's kind of, I'm excited for it anyway. But anyway, next, Devin Taylor she had a full plate tonight. She interviewed everybody. She interviews Jason Jordan and Chad Gable. She asks them if they have any thoughts before their match against Neville and Solomon Crow. Jordan says that he knows that since Neville is Crow's partner, now that everyone thinks he and Gable are the underdogs and are history. Well, they're going to make history when they beat Crow and Neville. Gable adds that what's that thing that they say about history? It's written by the winners, and that's us, because they're ready, willing, and Gable. Thoughts on this? Are you ready, willing, and Gable?
Of
I know you
course,
are.
of course. I've always been ready, willing, and Gable. I like this. I like how Jason Jordan and Chad Gable play off of each other. Um, I also like how Jason Jordan cheeses. He is cheesing every time he does an interview with Chad Gable. So you know they're a good tag team. It's obvious. You can see it on Jason Jordan's face. But I definitely like this team. It's not like the generic singlet team. They're like a singlet team that you can kind of get behind. I like it.
No, all singlet teams are generic. All of them. It doesn't matter.
But this team is ready, willing, and Gable. And then he had the world's greatest tag team, which were not generic.
They were pretty generic, except that they had Kurt Angle. They were pretty generic. I don't know. I mean, in their defense, after a while, they didn't wear singlets. They evolved from the singlet. But I mean, even you put any team in a singlet and they are just generic. It's the power of the singlet that makes you generic. It's just anyway. Next, Devin Taylor again interviews Finn Balor about retaining the title and having to defend it in a couple upcoming shows in Texas. We also find out, I think we knew this before, but that Samoa Joe is going to be his partner in the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. Any thoughts on this? I didn't really write anything about it.
If we knew this before, I forgot about it. So it was a good surprise to me. Um, I was excited. I wanted to see how they work together. Obviously, we've seen them tag team before, so I was just interested. Yeah, Devin Taylor, she's busy girl tonight.
Yeah, she was running around everywhere. Oh, next match is just this is gonna be painful. We got Eva Marie. All read everything. If they team Eva Marie and Blue Pants, would it be Team Purple Rain? Oh, because red and blue make purple. Yeah. This is why WWE needs to hire me for creative, because I make these amazing teams. I just do. Anyway, Eva Marie versus Billie Kay. I tried giving Eva Marie the benefit of the doubt last week, but that's all she gets. 1 week. That's it. And then she has to go on her talents. And she didn't go on her talents this week. Billy just punked her out right in the beginning with that kick to the face. I mean, it was all red everything because her face was red after that, and it was, I'm on a roll tonight. The fans chanted, "Let's go, Billy, let's go," which I kind of liked. But I just felt like Eva was a bit too slow in this match, and at points seemed like her stamina wasn't up. Like there was a point where she kind of had to take a break, and I was like, "This isn't even a 10-minute match, and you need to take a. What are you doing? Come on, girl, you need to get your cardio up, cause you're fat." Sorry. But Again, too much submission work. I felt like to kind of cover up the fact that she still can't wrestle. You know, and I have a complaint that I would like to put up with WWE. Billy got a 3 count. The ref just didn't put his hand all the way down for the 3rd count so that Eva Marie would win. But she got the 3 count. She was down for 3. I counted it. It was 1, 2, 3. So, this Eva Marie's win needs to be thrown out because Billy won. So, thoughts on this match?
Alrighty. I did hear some Eva chants early on in the match. A couple of them, 1 or 2. It was nice to hear, I guess. Nice little kneeling abdominal stretch that she used twice for some weird reason. I don't love her running senton. I just feel like it's not as impactful as it should be because she hits too much on the side more than like the mid area. But I didn't think it was terrible. I don't know what happened with the pin thing. It was 3. I noticed that. I don't know if like she forgot she was supposed to kick out. Like I forgot I'm supposed to beat this jobber. like I didn't know if she forgot she was supposed to kick out or what was going on there, but I don't know. That was the biggest mistake I felt like, and the crowd was not happy. So I don't know. She ended up winning with the Kendrick. I think it's interesting if you've been watching Total Divas. I just got a chance to really catch up. Brian Kendrick used to do that move. That's who we were thinking about that used to do that move. That's the guy because obviously she's training with Brian Kendrick, so she wanted to have a move that was kind of special for a female wrestler, but also it kind of pays homage to Brian Kendrick, which is kind of cool. Still, I want it to be a little faster. It has to be. It's not impactful to me if it's not, because you might as well just do a reverse DDT if you're gonna do it that slow. Yeah, I just want to see more of you just because I'm hoping she's improving, and she's not terrible to me personally. But we'll see.
She is terrible. She's terrible.
Not to me.
Anyway, as Charles Barkley would say, she's terrible. Anyway, next we get an interview with the Ultimate Hype Bros. That's what I'm naming them now, the Ultimate Hype Bros. Because it's not just the Hype Bros, it's the Ultimate Hype Bros. I have no idea what they said, and I needed a nap afterwards. It's so much energy. Just so much. And I couldn't even, I don't know, man. Any thoughts on this?
Of course, Mojo still hype after a match. It doesn't matter. Like he probably just like he was probably going to school. He just woke up, ran all the way to school. He was so hyped. I no need for the bus for Mojo. Basically they were trying to figure out where they wanted to go to party. Riders like I'm going to Long Island. Obviously Endzone and Cass wanted to stay in the Brooklyn area. So it was kind of interesting. I like this this group that they have here. I hope they do something with that.
Yeah, well, they're the Ultimate Hype Bros. That's what they're going to do with it, because WWE's going to hire me because I have brilliant ideas. Anyway, so next we have the main event of the evening, the second match in the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. I was surprised they only had 2 matches for this tonight. I thought this was going to be the whole show. But at least round 1 was going to be this show. But I guess they're spreading it out, which is cool. I'm going to give you this match as well because, you are ready, willing, and Gable. and I'm not. I'm not ready, willing, and able because they don't even have a shirt out yet. Why don't they have a shirt yet?
I don't know. I honestly, like, I've been trying to figure it out. I looked on shop.com. I tried to get my own made. It was too expensive. Couldn't do it. But definitely was excited for this match. Chad Gable using his unique style to kind of reverse the attacks by Solomon Kerr early on, which was kind of cool. I think it was kind of cool to see Crow, who's a unique guy in the way he wrestles anyway, and Gable, who was also unique but in a different way. I thought it was kind of cool to see them go at it early on. Neville comes in and he's quickly taken to the corner and isolated. Neville using his speed in the reversal game though. Jordan and Gable taken to the outside. Nice belly to belly on Crow. Shoulder blocks into the corner by Jordan and Chad Gable, similar to what the New Day do with the stomps in the corner. Kind of roundabout, shoulder blocks there. Jordan grounding Crow. We get a nice bow and arrow submission turned into a splash by Crow as well. Neville comes in and takes out Jordan and Gable. The red arrow attempt, but Gable pulls out Jason Jordan. Neville changes it into a moonsault to the outside. Crow hits a suicide dive to the outside with the springboard that's reversed into a throwing facebuster into a super kick by Neville. Crow with the running knee. Nice transition to the belly to belly from the Hurricane Rana tips by Jason Jordan. Looked really cool. He was going for looked like maybe even Jordan may have been going for a power bomb and then kind of to a belly to belly, which was cool. Lifting back suplex by Chad Gable and Jason Jordan for the win. So Ready, Willing, and Gable are going on to the second round. So I'm excited. Kind of disappointed that Neville and Crow don't get to go, to the next round. It feels like all the people that they're letting return are gonna be like one hit wonders, which is weird because all of these people were really successful in NXT. Kind of excited though. For next week, I want to see who else is in the tournament. I feel like the Hype Bros and Endzone cast got to be in there somewhere, right? Probably Dawson and Wilder too. There's one more team I'm missing, but I don't remember who it is. Also Blake and Murphy. I feel like the already established tag teams have to be in there, and some random tag teams as well. So I'm interested. I'm definitely interested. I saw the bracket, but I couldn't tell some of the other teams. I know Marcus Louis is in there somewhere, which is weird. I don't know why. Marcus Louis Marcus Louis is a part of a tag team. I can't remember who he's with, but I saw his name on there, so interested nonetheless.
Yeah. You know, I like I said, I was excited for Neville and Crow to be in a tag team, but my knowledge sort of WWE and what's going on kind of ruined it for me because, obviously Neville's more up on the main roster and has been in some storylines, So I felt like, unless they were going to bring him back to NXT for a prolonged period of time for some reason, which I don't think they were going to do, I figured they were probably going to lose, unfortunately, just because, it's too hard to be really in storylines on the main roster and then storylines in NXT. I mean, unless you're Kevin Owens, then you could do it apparently. But I would just I wish they did kind of advance because I feel like like I said, they would make a really fun team to watch. You never know what you're gonna get with them. But team Ready, Willing, and Gable to cheat because they cheat. They cheated with the singlets. They had brass knucks in the singlets, and you didn't see it. I saw it. It happened. But plus Jason Jordan's a cheater because he doesn't finish feuds. He cops out of feuds. He doesn't finish them, so he shouldn't be able to advance unless he finishes that feud. Unless the perfect 10 is in this tournament and they face each I don't know, I have to look at the bracket. But I'm excited to see what happens. I'm excited for the next teams next week to see who else advances. And okay, that's enough of that. We can stop. That's that. All right, he's not going to stop. So that was your Ring of Honor and NXT review for this week. So we're for a second there you started to go like the 10 and then like I don't know what you were doing here. I was like, yeah, that's I was I'm not really sure. Anyway, turning into Michael Jackson over there. Um but yeah, that's your reviews for this week, it seems weird still that we don't have Tough Enough anymore. Um but I think we should have a prediction video for week 1 of the NFL coming up at some point, which I'm excited for, Uh, but any thoughts before we close the show and say goodbye to these wonderful peoples?
Where's my microphone doesn't work? Of course it doesn't. We are supposed to be having the week 1 picks, and I may just I don't know. I want to do like a preseason, like who wins the whole thing, who wins the divisions pick more so than anything. Um, sometime before Thursday because that's when the season starts. I mean, we could do it after Thursday, but we'll figure it out. Yeah, I'm excited though. I want to see how everything kind of plays out. Football's coming up, which is great. I'm so freaking excited. Um, but yeah, um, I'm excited. Just excited about a lot of things.
Right, we are excited. As non-descriptive as we can possibly be, we are excited. So we will see you on the flippity dibbity because that's what it is. Ignore the TNA video because he said it's not the flippity dibbity and it is the flippity dibbity. It's always the flippity dibbity. It's gonna be on the t-shirt. I'm gonna put it on the back of the t-shirt. It's gonna say "See you on the flippity dibbity." It's gonna happen. But that's the show. We will see you on the flippity dibbity. Peace.